Do you get confused between when to use a reward system and when to use consequences with your kids? One expert says use reward charts, and the other one says consequences are important. And most parents feel stuck in the middle. You offer rewards, and your child starts asking, what do I get for everything? You give consequences, and suddenly every ask turns into a power struggle. So, which one actually works? In this video, I'm going to show you pros and cons of both reward system and consequences and the simple way to know which one to use in the moment. Because the right tool at the right time can completely change how your child responds. When kids are struggling with things like not listening, refusing routines, or pushing limits, we would go for either of the strategies. By rewards, I mean things like sticker charts, extra screen time, point system, or earning privileges. By consequences, I mean things like removing a privilege or pausing an activity or a logical outcome that would happen after a rule is broken. Neither of the strategies are good or bad. The real question is, does your approach match the child, the behavior, and that moment? Because when the strategy doesn't fit the situation, the parents feel stuck and do not see results. You might feel like nothing is working consistently, your child only cooperates when there's a reward, consequences turn into arguments, and you keep repeating yourself all day long. And you start questioning yourself if you're being too strict or you're being too permissive. The truth is that most parents are not using the right tool at the right time. I remember feeling completely confused with this about my own kid when he first started going to school, and getting ready every morning was such a battle. I tried reminders, I tried being patient, I tried being firm, but nothing seemed to work. So I created a reward chart. Every morning when he would complete the routine, like get dressed, brush their teeth, pack their school bag, they earned a sticker. And it worked beautifully. The routine became smoother, there was less stress in the morning, and I felt relieved. Rewards are very helpful when a child is learning a new habit. Now, I remember a situation when one of my kids hit their sibling during an argument over a toy. It happened so quickly, and in that moment, I knew this was not a situation for rewards. Hitting is a safety issue, and safety boundaries need to be very clear. I immediately stepped in calmly and said, I will not let you hit. I separated my kids and paused. There was no lecture and no anger, just a clear boundary. The consequence was simple and directly connected to the behavior. They stopped playing for a few minutes until everybody was calm. After things settled down, I helped my child find another way to express frustration. We discussed strategies like using their words or asking for help. In this situation, my goal was not to motivate a behavior with a reward, but to protect safety and teach an important boundary. So when a behavior is unsafe or harmful, or your child's crossing a boundary, they need a consistent consequence so they understand that this is non negotiable. So rewards help build the behavior, and consequences help protect the behavior. Using rewards and consequences is a little bit like using different tools in your house. Imagine trying to fix everything with a hammer. A hammer works well for the nails, but it doesn't work well for the screws. For screws, you need a screwdriver. So rewards are like a screwdriver because they help you build something new, and consequences are like a hammer because they help you hold things firmly in place. Neither of the tool is better or worse, but using the wrong tool can make the job harder. And that is what creates confusion for the parents. When we are clear about our goals, the choice becomes easier, and that clarity can reduce a lot of daily stress and help your child learn both responsibility and motivation in a balanced way. So, let's talk about the steps you have to take before you make a decision of whether you're going to use a reward system or consequences. Step number one, identify the real problem. Is this a skill deficit or a boundary testing? Skill deficit examples are like your child's having difficulty managing time, staying organized, completing routines. Boundary testing examples are your child's refusing to follow the rules, ignoring limits, or repeating unsafe behavior. Step number two, you match the tool. Remember, rewards help in building behavior, and consequences protect the behavior. Rewards are going to help you create habits, and consequences are going to help you maintain the boundaries. Step number three, now you make the tool effective. Rewards should be specific, short term, focused on effort, and gradually faded. Consequences should be calm, consistent, logical. Most important thing is it should be related to the behavior, and it should be paired with skill teaching. Using rewards does not mean permissive parenting, and using consequences does not mean strict parenting. Both of these tools are going to help your child when you use it intentional. If a strategy is not working, the issue may not be the child. It may be the mismatch between the tool you're using and the goal you have. If you're struggling with specific situations like morning routines, bedtime battles, homework struggles, or sibling fight, I've created separate videos where I walk you through exactly what you do step by step in each of those scenarios. So you can head over to my channel and watch the one that fits your current challenge.